Hello, everyone. How are you guys today? It's time for maths, and it's time to learn about time. Are you guys ready for maths? Now, can you remember we started learning about time last week? And we learned how to tell the time. Let's recap. Do you remember this clock? What is this clock called? An analog clock. And an analog clock looks like this. It starts at 12 and it goes all the way around back to 12. Now this kind of clock, you can find it in your houses. Maybe you have one in your kitchen or your living room or even in your bedroom. Now can you tell me, how many hands does this clock have? That's right, there are 2 hands. Now you may notice there is a third hand on your clock at home, but we're not going to be learning about that one just yet. That's the one that keeps moving around and around and around, and that's the seconds hand. But don't worry about that one. For now, we have the hour hand and the minute hand. So we have 2 main hands that we have to focus on. Okay, can you tell me, what are the numbers that are around the clock? 1, 2, 3, 11, 12. What do these numbers represent? Hours or minutes or seconds? They represent hours. So once the hour hand, moves from 12 to 1 hour has passed. And when it moves from 1 to 2, another hour has passed. So it takes the hour hand 1 hour to move from here all the way to here. If it's 2 o'clock now, it will be 3 o'clock in 1 hour. So here are the hours. What about the baby lines? What do they represent? Do they represent hours or minutes? They represent minutes. So if we have the minute hand, and if the minute hand moves from 12 to this little line, it means 1 minute has passed. And when it moves from 12 to 1, it means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 minutes have passed. And if it goes all the way around the clock, up to here, 59, 60. 60 minutes will pass. So it takes the minute hand 60 minutes to go all the way around and come back. And 60 minutes is the same as 1 hour. Okay, so when the minute hand is at 12, like it is here, the red hand, the long hand, when it is at 12, what do we call this? What do we say the time is? We say o'clock. Whenever the minute hand is here, we use the word o'clock. So right now, what is the time on this clock? The hour hand is pointing at 1, so it will be 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock. Can you read the time for me? What time is it now? That's right. It's 2 o'clock because the hour hand is by 2 and the minute hand is at o'clock. So it's 2 hours have passed, or it's 2 o'clock. 2 hours after 12 o'clock. What's the time now? That's right, it's 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock. What's the time now? 6 o'clock. What time is it? 9 o'clock. How about now? It's 10 o'clock. And the last one, the minute hand and the hour hand are both at 12. So it's 12 o'clock. Good job. Now, what happens when the minute hand starts moving? And it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way down to the 6. Now let's count how many minutes has it passed. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 30 minutes have passed. And now it's not 1 o'clock anymore. It's 30 minutes past 1. And another way that we say that is half past 1. We don't have to say 30 minutes. We can just say half past. But if you want to say it's 30 minutes past 1 or 30 minutes after 1, you can say that as well. But an easy way is half past 1 because it just passed the 1. It's not yet at the 2. It's still in the middle of the 1 and the 2. And the minutes are 30 minutes, half past 1. Now, can you tell me what time is it now? That's right. It's half past 2. Half past 2. What time is it now? It's half past 4. What time is it now? Is it half past 8 or is it half past 9? It's half past 8 because the hand is past the 8, but it hasn't yet reached the 9. It's not yet 9 o'clock. It's still half past 8. 30 minutes past 8 o'clock. What time is it now? It's 11:30. And the last one. It's 7:30. Good job. Now we have a digital clock. A digital clock looks like this. You might have it in your house. Now a digital clock has the numbers written for us. The numbers on this side are the hours. And the numbers on this side are the minutes. So 7 hours have passed and 30 minutes. So we say it's 30 minutes past 7, or we just say it's 7:30. Can you tell me what time is it? Now remember, when there are zeros here, no minutes have passed. It is still o'clock. And if you go around the clock and come back to the 12, 60 minutes have passed. And when 60 minutes have passed, or 1 hour has passed, we still say o'clock. So we don't write 60 here. We just write 00, and this means o'clock. So right now the time is 1 o'clock. How about now? What time is it? How many minutes after 1 o'clock is it? Is it still 1 o'clock? No, it's 1:30, or 30 minutes past 1. What time is it now? Yeah, it's 9 o'clock. How about now? Is it 4 o'clock, or is it 4:30? It's 4:30. Good job. Now, today we're going to add something new. Now remember, the hour hand is the small hand and the minute hand is the long hand. When the minute hand is by the 12, we say o'clock. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and so on. But when the minute hand moves to the 6, we say 1/2, 1/2, 1/2, 1/2, and 1/2 means 30 minutes. All these little lines, 30 minutes have passed. So, you might remember, the hands of the clock move in this direction, and we learnt that this direction is called clockwise. Now, if the hands move this way, the time is after or later. So if you have lunch at 1 o'clock, what do you do after lunch at 2 o'clock? Or what do you do later Maybe at 4 o'clock. Do you go and play outside? Do you have a nap? What do you do after 1 or after lunchtime? Now, if we go the other way, now a clock doesn't move the other way, but sometimes when we talk about something that we did earlier in the day, or maybe we did something yesterday, we say before or earlier. So if it's 1 o'clock now and it's lunchtime, what did you do before lunchtime? What did you do in the morning when you woke up? Maybe you woke up at 8 o'clock. What did you do before 1 o'clock? We're going this way. So when we go clockwise, we say after or later. And when we go anti-clockwise, backwards, we say before or earlier. Now, what time is it right now? That's right. Here it is. It's 1 o'clock. It's 1 o'clock right now. What happens if I move the hands of the clock? And now it's moved to 2 o'clock. So I have moved the hands 1 hour after 1 o'clock. The hour hand has moved to the 2, and the minute hand has gone all the way around the clock for 60 minutes, and it's back at o'clock. So now 1 hour after 1 o'clock will be 2 o'clock. 1 hour after 1 o'clock is 2 o'clock. Can you answer this question? What is the time now? It's 4 o'clock. Now what happens if I move the hands 1 hour after or later? What is 1 hour after 4 o'clock? That's right, it's 5 o'clock. The purple hands. 5 o'clock is 1 hour after 4 o'clock. Now what's the time? 11:30. It's 11:30. 11:30. Now what happens if I move the hands 30 minutes after? So the minute hand moved from the 6 and it moved 30 minutes all the way until the 12. What is 30 minutes after 11:30? What is the new time? It's 12 o'clock. So the minute hand moved from 12:30 all the way to o'clock. And now it's not 11:30, it's 12 o'clock. What time is it now? It's 7 o'clock. What happens if I move 30 minutes all the way around to the 6? So it's 30 minutes after 7 o'clock. Now the new time will be 7:30, or we can say 7:30. 7:30 is 30 minutes after 7 o'clock. Okay, good job. Now, let's try going the other way around. Let's go back. So we're going to talk about before or earlier. So what time is it now? It's 8 o'clock. And if I move the hands back and it goes 1 hour before 8 o'clock, the minute hand goes all the way around 1 hour back to the 12. What is the new time? What is 1 hour before 8 o'clock? It will be 7 o'clock. Good job. What about 3 o'clock? If I move 1 hour before 3 o'clock, what will be the new time? It will be 2 o'clock. So what did you do 1 hour before 3 o'clock? What did you do at 2 o'clock? Okay, what time is it now? It's 5 o'clock. But what happens if I move the minute hand 30 minutes back to the 6? So now it's not at o'clock, it moved back to the 6. So it's past. Is it 5 o'clock still, or is it before 5 o'clock? So is it 5:30 or 4:30? 30 minutes before 5 o'clock will be 4:30. And the last one. What is the time now? It's 12:30. It's just past the 12. So if it's 12:30 and I move 30 minutes before, 30 minutes before, and it goes all the way from the 6 to the 12, and it goes back from the middle back to the 12, 30 minutes before 12:30 will be 12 o'clock. So the hour hand moved just back to the 12, and the minute hand moved half or 30 minutes back to the o'clock. And now it's 12 o'clock. Okay, grade 2s. That wasn't very easy, but if you think carefully and you do it slowly, you can try your best to remember. If I go in a clockwise direction, it's after. And if I go anti-clockwise, it's before. So you can try to do your worksheets. For example, A. It's now 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock is 1 hour before 12 o'clock? Or is it 1 hour after 12 o'clock? Which way did the little hand move? Did it go from the 12 this way? Or did it go from the 12 back to the 11 this way? 11 o'clock will be 1 hour before. It's this direction. It's before 12. And 1 o'clock is after 12. And this is the second page of your worksheet. Now on this page, you have to draw the hands, the minute hand. It's 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock. What is 1 hour later? 1 hour later. So I have to move clockwise. It will be 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock is 1 hour after 10 o'clock because I move clockwise. And you can try the rest on your own. On this page, you have to fill in the blank with the correct time. 1 hour after 4 o'clock is 5 o'clock. So you will write 5 o'clock on the line. You can choose to write it in English like 5 o'clock, or you can write it like digital time, 5:00. This is digital time. So here you have to write the number. 1 hour later, 1 hour after 12 o'clock will be 1 o'clock. Here you have to do the same thing, but you can write the time like this. 1 hour later, 1 hour after 6:30 will be 7:30. Remember, you can use your clock at home to help you. And the last one, this is a bit difficult, so you don't have to try and do it. We will do it together in our next maths lesson. So just try to do all your worksheets as much as you can and just try your best. If you don't finish, it's no problem. We will do it together in our next maths class. Okay, that's a lot of information. Whew, I'm exhausted. Now, grade 2s, I hope you understood what it means by after and before. It's a little difficult to understand time, especially when we are so far away from each other and we're not in the classroom together. But I just want you to try your best. And when we're together, we will revise everything and learn it again. So ask Mum and Dad to help you and just try your best. That's all for today. I will see you in our next class and we will learn a bit more about time. Good job, grade 2s. Remember, I love you so much and I miss you. Goodbye.